I znowu ten odgłos zapisu. Czy jak to jest napisane, osiągnięto punkt zapisu? Jakoś tak.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
Jest tu coś? Nie ma nic. Nic a nic. Bu. A liczyłam na jakąś znajdźkę. Ukrytą. A tu nie ma. Nie ma żadnej znajdźki.
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself.
Tutaj wejdziesz? No wejdzie. Jest jakiś stary samochód. Ale nie da się nic z nim zrobić, nic tutaj zbadać. No dobra. Co to? Albo już mi się tylko wydaje. Tutaj śmietnik, śmietnik. Nic nie ma poza śmieciami. Lubimy światełko. Mamy maszynopis. Ale brakująca strona jest dalej brakująca.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Zbliżenie.
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
No to słabo. Jeśli aż tydzień. Jak wielki jeleń. Panie jeleń. Kawusia dla nas, dziękujemy. Gdzie by tu jeszcze iść? Oj. Tu mi się nie podoba. Może chodźmy w inną stronę. Może bardziej tu. Pozwiedzać.
I had to get inside the gas station to find a phone to call for help.
Dobrze, dobrze. A może da się też tędy po prostu wejść. To jest toaleta. Ale zerknijmy jeszcze tutaj. Czy też będzie tak strasznie? To trochę mniej. Chociaż nie wiem. Dobra, dajmy sobie może spokój. Już dość tu po prostu tych potworów na nas czyha. I chodźmy do środka. I tak nie wiadomo, czy nie będziemy gdzieś tutaj musieli się zapuścić.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
Jeszcze tego mi brakowało. Jakieś bijatyki. Ale może by ci się dało uciec? Oj.
Right. I'll keep writing. Outside there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her, I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, She's lost.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Obyś nie tracił. Nordic walking. Uhu. A, możemy zadzwonić, ale to za chwilę. Nie ma tu nikogo, jest otwarte. Czytaj. 68. doroczny festiwal Deer Fest. Od 15 do 18 października gry i zabawy, loteria fantowa, konkurs wędkarski, konkurs wypieków i kilka konkurencji niespodzianek. Muzyka na żywo. Atrakcje dla dzieci. Zębaty Charlie, południe i niezwykła fantasmagoria maga Montgomery'ego, wieczór. Nie przegap legendarnej parady platform. Coś jeszcze? Chyba nie. Tylko czytaj. I zadzwoń. To dzwoń.
Great Falls Sheriff Station.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker. You are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen, I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen,
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice. Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice! Now, she's missing. Alice? Alice? I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared. Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Dobrze mówisz o kawie, cieszę się. Nagle cofnęliśmy się do przeszłości. Możemy coś tutaj o... A, bo to kawa, no tak.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Myślałam, że coś jeszcze. Już kawę włączyłam, no nie wiedząc, że włączyłam. Aha, tu można. Do toalety. Chcemy się wykąpać? Nie da się. Prysznic i wanna. Na co tylko się ma ochotę. O, tu jakieś radyjko.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the third day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
Czyli faktycznie możemy zobaczyć, że ta pogoda jest kiepska. Spać też nie możemy. Schować się do szafy? No, pusta ta szafa. Może się jeszcze nie rozpakowali do końca? Zbadaj. Nasze książki. Jesteśmy sławni. Strona maszynopisu. Oj, czyli faktycznie tamte strony zostały nieodnalezione i już nic chyba nie będzie się dało do nich wrócić. Nic z tym nie zrobimy.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
A tutaj cały czas łapie. Ewidentnie tutaj jest nasze miejsce do pisania.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
No tak, mąż ulubiony klient. Czyli tutaj ma biuro żona. Ale tam nie przejdziemy. Zaraz okładkę zobaczymy. Dużo książek. Chociaż nie wiem, ja mam więcej w domu. Ewidentnie się rozpakowują. Telewizor tutaj stoi. Można wyjść na dwór? Nie można. Ojej. A w sumie tak, bo ta pogoda przecież kiepska. Kto by chciał wchodzić? Masz rację. To z tą kawą. No gdzie ta kawa? Niby coś wcisnął, nic nie widać. Żadne drzwi się nie odblokowały, dodatkowe nie. No dobrze.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
I'm right here, baby.
I'm fine. Just get the lights back on. Now, please.
Już idę.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay.
Nie
Hi.
bój się.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Dziękuję za pomoc.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
No, dużo ta rybka. Faktycznie taka. Ładniutka.
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor.
Dobrze, spokojnie. Nie ma nic innego do oglądania.
You're good to go, Mr. Wake. Sarah's probably waiting for a chance to talk to you.
Ale mnie wyganiasz, no dobra. Znowu ta pani?
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor. That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
A jakbym poszła tędy? Będzie krzyczeć na mnie?
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the parade float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Czyli z takiego cały czas też nie ma, jak naszej żony. O, tu był termos, maszynopis. I znowu taka brakująca strona i proszę.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
I tutaj samochód policyjny. Eksploracja jest fajna, lubię eksplorację, ale nie lubię jak są zamknięte wszędzie drzwi.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
No wiem. Mogę z panią pogadać jeszcze? Nie bardzo. No to dobrze, no idę. Jeszcze tylko sprawdzę. Nie.
The sheriff wanted to see you in her office.
A no tak, tutaj byłam. Już. Po kolei. A, nie da się ze wszystkimi. Czy widziałeś tego człowieka? Zaginął 20 czerwca 2007 roku. Znaki szczególne. Profesjonalny zwycięzca konkursów. Tu mamy. Zaginęli Richard, Bruce i Jacob. Uczestnicy rajdu terenowego nie powrócili o czasie brak kontaktu. Jeśli widziałeś ich lub wiesz coś na temat miejsc ich pobytu, zadzwoń na numer podany i dziękujemy. Tu jest Sara, ambulans.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Gdzie on jest? A tu.
Your phone, Mr. Wake?
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alice, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
A jakbym spróbowała tu wrócić, o co się
I
stanie?
need some fresh air. Can I go out? In the back, maybe?
Of course, Mr. Wake. I understand. You can get there through the cells. Deputy Grant can show you the way.
I'm sorry. All of this, it's just a lot to take in.
Take your time, Mr. Wake. I understand. Can I ask you what the call was about, Mr. Wake?
It's personal.
Well, we are looking for your wife, and I'm going to need your cooperation if I'm going to help you.
I need a moment, after I get some fresh air.
Okay, you can find me here. We'll talk when you feel up to it.
Okej. A coś tu jeszcze było, bo nie wiem, czy tutaj wrócimy. Jeśli będziemy współpracować z porywaczami, no, czy z porywaczem, no to niestety. Ale nie, nic więcej chyba nie da się tutaj zobaczyć. No to chodźmy. Tunel zamknięte. A nie, tu akurat było otwarte.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I thought he quit drinking for good.
Oh, no such luck. He went on a bender and beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up. You can get to the back lot through that door and down the corridor, Mr. Wake.
Thanks.
Nie da się. Nadal.
They don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here. Thank you, man. Thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See? Sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen. You gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounds like something that a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
Trzymaj się jakoś i nie pij więcej.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Pięknie śpiewasz, gadasz, to tam, kolego.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Ale najpierw się rozejrzymy. Wszędzie indziej. Kawka? Radyjko?
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Tu wejdziemy? Nie. Oj, bo nas zobaczą. Dziura w płocie. Hops. Oj, oj. Kopnij. Do zobaczenia w kolejnym odcinku. Trzymajcie się cieplutko. Pa, pa!